everybody, this is Erica with Look What's in My Hoop, and I'm here with Flosstube number 13, and it is March 2nd. I can't believe it, March already. This is Dolly. I showed her, I think a couple videos ago. This is our newest little addition to the family. We got her at the end of November. She was a barn cat that we rescued. And she is growing like a weed. She was only 2.5 pounds when we got her. She's about 6 months old now, so. And I wanted to show her off because I have a story to tell you about her. Her face is cute, but she's a little bit of a domestic terrorist. Huh, Dolly? So, she's also been playing with the wires to my ring light and to my iPad, which is recording the video. So if things go flying, it's because of her. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess it's not one of my videos if there isn't some kind of shenanigan going on. All right, let's get started. Welcome. Thank you so much to all of the returning viewers who keep coming back to watch my little corner of the world. And a very warm welcome to all of the new subscribers that have found my videos. And I think a lot of the new subscribers have found my videos because of a shout out from the recovering monogamous stitcher. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for mentioning my videos, and I really appreciate it. I just love to share, and anyone that wants to watch the videos, I'm just happy that you're here. So I have a ton of finishing to show. I have some WIPs, I have some haul, I have a mystery that I need you guys to help me solve, just lots of shares, lots of things to share. And I have a short time to do it because I have to go get my littlest one from preschool. So I'm going to dive right in. The first finish that I wanted to show was, I stitched this over the summer and I finished it, and I did not like the finish. And at the end of the summer, I just packed it up and I said I'm going to redo it at another time. But this is Liz Matthews' Berry Patch. And I love it on this little bench with this little cup full of little strawberries. I found these on Etsy, I think, a long time ago. And I love to display those strawberries in the summertime. I think I need to puff this up a little more so you can actually see the berries. But I put this on a little stand in my entryway, and it just makes me so happy. And then this, I had finished it into a pillow, but it was terrible. I did a terrible job, and I didn't like it. So I always wanted to redo it because I just love this sweet little pattern so much. So Monday, I think it was Monday, I spent hours doing a lot of finishing. And for those of you that have watched my other videos, you know that finishing is not my strong suit. I don't enjoy it because I'm not skilled at it, but I wanted to get some stuff done. So I just spent the day and did it. And this was one of the pieces I finished. This is stitched on 32 count buttercream Lugana with the called for colors, except the border, that dark, that like brown there, was supposed to be this dark brown, the same as the crows. I wanted it a little bit lighter, so I just used whatever DMC color this was on the bunny's legs and used that instead. And I finished it with just some checked fabric that I found at Hobby Lobby with a little twine bow. And then these little bees. A long time ago, I used to make a, or have a little, Maggie, have a little bee and flower tree that like a small one that I put out for the summer. And these I found on, I don't even remember where, years and years ago. They're just little hooks. So I just hooked it through the bow and I just pinched it shut so it wouldn't fall off. And then the back, when I make pillows, I prefer to do an envelope back. It's my favorite way of doing pillows, mostly because I cannot, like if it didn't have an envelope back and I just sewed it and I stuffed it, that little blind stitch that a lot of people can do on the bottom, mine is terrible and I don't like to see the stitches. So for me, this doesn't take that long to do the envelope back, and I just like the way it looks. I don't know why it makes a difference. Who is ever going to see the back of the pillow? But in my mind, that's just the way I like it. So that's my first finish. I'm really excited that that's done. I know it's a little early to be displaying bees and strawberry stuff because it's March in upstate New York and it's cold still, but I'm leaving it out. Oh, Maggie, you want to say hi? Ooh, my other kitty came to say hi. This is Maggie. Maggie is 12 years old. She's my old girl, but I love her. She's my favorite. Don't tell the other cats. She's such a good girl. She usually is very shy and doesn't come down when I'm doing these videos, so I'm surprised she's here. She is not a terrorist like Dolly is. She is a good cat. The next finish that I have is another pillow. I showed this a couple videos ago. This is by Collection Tralala. I don't have the pattern. I had let somebody borrow it, so I can't remember the name of the pattern, but it's in, I think, 2, maybe 3 videos ago. And 2 different patterns. I decided to stitch it as one, and I just love the way it came out. I stitched this on 25 count tan splash Lugana. I wanted this a little bit bigger, so that's why I stitched it on the 25 count. And I just did another little envelope back. This one I stuffed a little too much, so there's a little peekaboo underneath. But I was thinking I could, if I wanted to, put a little button to hold it in place, but I don't really care that much. So this will get packed up until the holiday season, but I'm really glad to have that done. The next one that I wanted to show is from 123 Stitch. It's called the Northwoods Express, and when you buy the Classic Colorworks floss pack, this pattern was complimentary. So this is how I finished it, but I have a story to tell you about this. Do you see this? Sweet little Dolly. I had stitched or sewn these up, and I put them in a little basket on my dining room table. The next morning, I was getting the kids ready, doing all the things, and I look out of the corner of my eye because I see something, and Dolly has this in her mouth, and she is pulling it along the floor. These little things apparently were just irresistible to her, so I have to unpick this because look what she did. I can't keep this out. This is terrible. I am glad that she picked this one, though, because I'll show you my dirty little secrets. I don't like the way it came out. I didn't get this close enough, and this really bothers me. So I had planned to unpick it and restitch it anyways, but apparently now I have to do some other kind of trim. I don't know, these little snowballs are too much. So this one is going to get refinished. But again, I also did a little envelope back for that. And I'll show you what I do on the inside. I make my own little inserts so that way I can get it the exact size. But I just take some plain, fabric, cotton. I don't even know where I got this fabric. I've had it for years. I cut out the size that I need. I just run it along a serger on 3 sides. And then on the one end that's open, I just stuff it with polyfill. And when it's stuffed enough, I run it back through the serger. So my edges are not pretty, but I don't really care because no one's going to see it. And then I can just stuff my pillow. I do line all of my pieces, the backs and the cross stitch fabric with an interface. I think it's called, it's a Pellin interfacing that I use, but I love it because it gives it some nice weight and some stability, and I think it just looks nice. But so that is my Dolly story for this week. She acts just like a kitten. She destroyed a plant of mine. I think I had repotted it, and I think the fresh dirt was just she couldn't control herself. So that plant meant its demise. So anyways, that's this. I'm going to take it apart, get rid of these little snowballs, and put some other kind of trim. But not for a while, because I did not enjoy finishing at all. The next one that I wanted to show you was also from 123stitch.com. And it's the North Pole Express. You buy the floss pack again, and you get the complimentary pattern. So this is how I finished it. Now, I am not an expert. I can sew, but I'm not perfect at it. In hindsight, I should have left a little bit more room up here at the top. I cut it off a little bit too much. But I just added this little velvet bow and then these jingle bells with some twine. Now I think the bells should be a little bit smaller. It's not really to scale, but it's all that I had and I didn't want to go buy more stuff. So, I don't know, it's cute. I am excited that these are done. And then again, just another little envelope back. I do have some crushed walnut shells. I didn't use them for these. I didn't think that I needed it. I stuffed them pretty good, so they do have some weight to them. And I do love the way that these came out, and I'm glad that they're done. The next piece that I wanted to show you was a piece that I had sent out, and I had somebody else finish. And it's it's by Collection Tralala, called Enheaver. And this was a piece, if you watched my other videos, I lost and then found, I don't know, like a month later. So I am happy to have it back. And this is the pattern. Dolly, don't eat that cord. This was finished by Finishing by Kathy with a K, and she's on Instagram and Facebook. And I just messaged her through Instagram and I asked her if she would be able to finish this for me. I did want it finished in a tart pan, and she was able to find one that would fit the size of my piece. And this is beautifully, beautifully finished. Now, I'm intimidated by finishing on a good day. I really did not want to try to finish something that's round. I'm not there yet. So I am happy I sent it out. She did this corded trim with a little bow. Dolly is right here trying to get at those little strawberries. Oh God. And I love this. I do think I might put maybe a little loop on the back so I can hang it, or I'm not sure how I'll display it next year. We'll see. I know I stitched this on 32 count Bramble. And there she goes. She's got a ribbon in her mouth. Oh, pray for me I survive the kitten stage. 32 count Bramble Lugana with all the called for colors. And I love this. Now, this particular pattern, there's one for each season. So there's a spring, summer, and fall one. And I love the summer one. It's the same concept with a little vessel and the wreath, the little girl or lady, and a house. But the summer one has all berries, red berries, and I ordered it. It's not here yet, but I am definitely stitching that for the summer because I just love the strawberries. It's so cute. So Finishing by Kathy, I will try to link it in the description box below so that you guys can check her out. It was very, very reasonably priced. And I'm so glad that I sent it out. She did a beautiful, beautiful job. Now, the last thing that I want to show you is another piece that I finished. It's not like totally done yet. I don't have it really secured. So if something falls off, it's because I haven't totally finished it. But this is Lizzie Kate's ABC Christmas. And I wanted to put like a rickrack between these two pieces, but I ordered the wrong size. I wanted the jumbo, like the really big rickrack, because it's such a big piece. And I don't know, I ordered the wrong size. It was too small. So I will fix that afterwards. But this is the finished piece. This is 32 count Mint Splash Lugana with all the called for colors. Now I will say the white, like these snowflakes, and I don't know, there's some ice skates somewheres. They don't show up super great on this fabric, but it may have been better with like a tan or a neutral color. But I just love kind of the, I don't know, vintage colorful vibe that this gives off. So this is a chalkboard that I got years and years ago from Decor Steels, and it sits on my dining room wall, and usually I hang a wreath down from here. Right now I just have little like glue dots holding my bow in place and this stuff. I don't want this to be permanently on here because I love having a wreath. So I was thinking of maybe using like the Command 3M tabs where, you know, you stick them and then when you're done, you can just pull it down and things pop right off. So I was thinking of using just the tabs without the hooks to hold everything. So I don't know. I thought too, you know, I probably could add a little bit of greenery, and I might do that when it comes time to actually display it. But I don't know. I'm just also kind of a, like, just simple gal. Less is more to me. So I don't know. We'll see. A little greenery would be okay though. But that's my finished project. And I am glad that's done. Now I kind of can't wait for Christmas so I can put all this stuff out. All right, let's get into WIPs. I have a lot to share. Sorry, my lips are dry. I got to put on a little lip stuff. Okay, so the first WIP that I want to share is Barbara Anna Designs, Santa's Trips. This is a working copy. And my goal for this month was to finish, I just wanted to get the border done, and I was able to do that. So bear with me, I just want to make sure I keep everything together. This is such a joy to work on. I really love this piece. And I have my needle at the top of the fabric because I just wanted to know which side is up and which side is down. So that is, I don't know if I'm really getting it in the screen. That's what I've been able to do so far. I'm gonna move this a little closer. I feel like I'm so far away. This is stitched on 32 count old linen Lugana from X Jus Designs, and I love her fabric. So I was happy to get that all done. I just love it. I am going to put a little pause on some of my Christmas stitching just because I kind of stitched so much of it the last few months that I need a little break from it. I did swap out some of the colors. I talked before in another video. Instead of using this orange with the red for the berries, I am using this coral color, which I believe is 804, and the red. And I just, I liked it better. This orange was a little too Halloween-like for me. But these are all the DMC colors. So pretty. So I will pick that back up again in a few months, maybe over the summertime. Don't know if I'll actually have it finished for this year or not. But that's okay. Progress is progress. The next piece that I worked on is from Cherry Hill Stitchery, Farm Fresh. I don't know why I love this so much. I don't decorate with chickens. I don't have chickens. The only thing I like about chickens is the fresh eggs are delicious. My sister-in-law has a little kind of like hobby farm, and she has chickens and sheep, and we get a lot of our fresh eggs from her, and there is nothing like it. But I think the reason I love this is because of the poppies. I love the red and the little gingham chickens. It's cute. So I worked a little bit more on this, and I was able to fill in the teapot here. The spout here isn't done, but the handle's done. And I think I actually screwed up. I think I have to frog this out because I think there's another couple of rows. Oh, Dolly. This is stitched on 32 count bramble, the same as the Enhaver fabric. And it's all DMC colors. That red, though, is a Turkish red, I believe. Yep, Weeks Dye Works Turkish red. So pretty. Dolly, what are you after? This is just too tempting for you up here, isn't it? All this stuff. Anyone want a kitten? I could poke some holes in a box and ship her out. I would never, Dolly. Okay, so there's that one. The next one that I worked on, oh, I'm so excited about this because I finished the ABC Christmas. That was an old WIP. And I decided when I finish an old WIP, I'm pulling out a new one. So I pulled out Spring Fling by Brenda Gervais. I started this, I'm not sure exactly when, sometime last year. I didn't write it down. But I decided to work on that a little bit. It's also in the hoop because I worked on it just last night. I'm stitching this on 32 count Ash Rose Lugana. And this is how far I've been able to come. I did this section, I did the bird, that was already done, and I started to work here. The bird, the little robin, I'm just missing the red color for his breast, and when that comes in, I'll be able to finish that. Now, when I started stitching this, I had completely forgotten about it. I was stitching 2 over 2, and this flower, this leaf, and this leaf are all 2 over 2. Then I had decided that it was too thick. I didn't like it, and I had started to stitch 1 over 1 with the plan to go back and frog this out. I got sick of working on it. I put it away without frogging it. So when I pulled it out again this time to work on it, I just started stitching 1 over 1, and I'm not sure why. This weave is pretty tight, so I think the 1 over 1 looks best. But when I realized, I'm like, oh, why is that green so much darker? And you can see this is a little brighter, a little less vibrant here. I realized what had happened. So my question is this: do I frog these out and restitch those, or just let it go? Nobody likes to frog. I don't like to frog, so I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I think it looks okay. Maybe it gives a little contrast. Not every leaf is the same color. But let me know what you think. So this will definitely get some love from me this month too. I would love to have it done by Easter. I think Easter is in April this year, so maybe I could have it done if I devote myself to it. These are the beautiful colors. The only other thing I changed was these little, I don't know, little doodads here are supposed to be in this very, very pale pink, this tea rose. It barely shows up on the fabric, so in order for me to use the tea rose, there has to be another color around it so it shows up. So I just used, I think it was, oh, I don't know what color I used. That's a lie. The called for color is this pale pink, and it hardly showed up. So tea rose is the color that I used to make those little things. Not really a big deal, but it does add to the pattern, I think. So that was another WIP that I worked on. And the last WIP that I worked on, sorry, I gotta grab a little drink, is the Pink Sparrow Sampler. I showed this in my last video. I had started it. I love this so much. I love it. It's just so sweet. So I worked on that quite a bit. These are all of the called for colors. If you remember from my last video, I didn't have pumpkin patch. I did end up finding it, and I'm glad I ordered it because I was going to pick one from my stash, and the one that I had picked out is, you know, more pumpkin-like. This is pretty pale when you think about a pumpkin patch. So I'm glad I did get the right color thread. I'm stitching this on 36 count, oh, Milk and Honey, I think. Yep, Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. It's an Edinburgh linen, and it's very wrinkly. I'm sorry I did not iron it. I probably should have, because linen wrinkles something fierce. But this is how far I was able to get. Now this is just a little over 1/4 of the pattern. So it's not going to be huge. For some reason I thought it would be bigger in my head, and it's not, and that's okay because smaller the sweeter, I think, for this. But I literally had to frog this out, all of this. I've had to frog this out twice. and restitch it because I was off by 1 stitch. You know, when you're stitching on linen, you gotta be really careful. Some of those holes are close together, some are a little farther spaced apart, and I was off. And I decided, since I started in the bottom and was working my way up, I didn't want to have to fudge the entire rest of the pattern to try to get things to work. So it was worth it to me to frog, even though had I not made that mistake, I probably could have had the whole bottom half done, or the whole bottom done, but that's okay. It is what it is. I love this. I will have a lot of this fabric left over because I think this will only, you know, come up to maybe here. So I'll have a whole another big section to stitch something on. So that's that. This will definitely see some time this month. I would like to get this done in the next couple months and get it framed and up on my wall. And that really is all of the WIPs that I worked on. I'm trying to be really intentional about working on some of my older projects. I did not start anything new, but I'm definitely going to be starting 1, maybe 2 new things this month. And my plans for March are to work on this. This is an old WIP, Heart and Hand by Brenda Gervais. This is stitched on the called for 35 count dove, I believe it's called. I did not work on this in the month of February, but I am gonna, so if you watched my last video, there's no additional progress, but I do love this so much. So I do want to work on this and that Pink Sparrow sampler and maybe get those done. And the reason is because I cannot start another sampler until I finish that Pink Sparrow sampler. And if you remember, I am dying to start this. Eliza Bell Cox, 1832. This is from Hands Across the Sea sampler. But I can't start it until, you know, we can go crazy with the starts. I'm trying to rein myself in a little bit. I am going to stitch it with all of the silks. There's a lot of them. I have the little floss away bags, but I just haven't put them away yet. Some really beautiful colors. I'm excited. If some of you remember, my goals were for this year to stitch on some different counts and to also stitch on some linens, not always Lugana, and I definitely wanted to start stitching with silks. So I'm really excited to start that. But I've kind of been debating about what fabric to use. Now, this shows it stitched on a very light colored neutral linen, and I love that, but I don't know. I had ordered this from Jus Design as well. It's called Light Nougat, and it's a 36 count Edinburgh linen, and it's this, I don't even know what color you would describe it. It's, I don't know, it's like a purple brown, I have no idea, but I love it. And I posted this on Instagram asking what people thought, if I should stitch the piece on this nougat, or if I should try to go with a more neutral palette like what it shows. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this so well. This is my really sad attempt at a floss toss for you guys. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the red against this color, but I don't know. For some reason, there is a part of me that is really drawn to using this for that pattern. And you know, when your gut says something, you just got to listen, right? So I am hoping that I will be able to start this pattern in April. No, yeah, April. Maybe the end of April. I have to get that Pink Sparrow sampler finished, and then I can allow myself to work on that one. But let me know what you think about that color. You can go check out my Instagram. I have better pictures on there than this sad attempt at showing you. So, yeah, let me know what you think. I'm leaning towards that, but I don't know. I am interested in your thoughts. All right, what time is it? Okay, oh, half an hour, so we've got time. I can get into the haul. I did order a project bag from Farmhouse Needleworks. I've talked about these before. I did not need another project bag, but she came out with this pattern, and it reminds me of my family because my husband last winter built us an ice skating rink in our backyard, and it was so fun. I put a little hot cocoa bar out there because he had also built us this really cute little hot cocoa bar, and we would go skating and have hot chocolate, and I'd put cookies out there, and the kids had their friends over and they were skating, and my husband and I skated. It was really wonderful. And so I wanted to get this. Now, because we had so much fun in the winter, I said, my husband's name is Peter. I'm like, Pete, can we build a pond? And that way we can let Mother Nature do the work, because he spent hours and hours putting the water out there, trying to get it smooth, and put a lot of work into it. And he enjoyed it. But I'm like, if we just build the pond once, then Mother Nature can do its thing, and, we can maybe skate on the pond. It's not huge. Like, it's only maybe 3 feet deep. Like, the kids are not going to drown in it unless they get knocked unconscious. But, so he built a pond. And then this winter in New York has been terrible. We've had very few winters as bad as this. So I like the cold. I like the snow. There's a lot of things that we can do, and we hardly got any snow. I think the kids have been sledding twice, and then we had like a big storm. We got a lot of snow. We took the kids out, and then it got warm, like in the 40s, and things melted. And then we had a cold snap where it was bitter cold, like 20 below for a few days, and then it warmed right back up again. It's just up and down and up and down. So you can't go out on the lakes because you can't trust them that they're frozen. They're not frozen. And not that I would take my kids out on the lakes anyways, but our pond didn't freeze the way that it should. So we couldn't even go ice skating. So it was horrible, horrible winter. But when I saw this pattern from her, I had to get it. And I love it that she sends these little mini bags. I love it because I love to put my threads, my extra threads on this. So I know she still has this available. It's Farmhouse Needleworks on Etsy. Her name is Melanie. And these are beautifully sewn. I love them. I highly recommend them. I might actually, at some point this year, buy one of these and give it away as a gift for viewers. I don't know what project I'm going to put in this yet, but so that was new. Running out of room here. What else did I order? I did order this from Fat Quarter Shop. Oh, you know what? I don't think I printed all the things. It was their Love Potion, the Be Mine Stitch Along. I did not stitch along. Sorry, there was a section. I thought I printed out the last page, so it had the whole thing. But you get the idea. It's this little potion bottle with some hearts. And they had the coordinating floss that you could buy with it, which I did order. And I was going to start it, but like I said, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by all my WIPs. So I'm going to hold off. I will stitch this. I might even stitch it on a little piece of that milk and honey that's left over. And this might just become one of those little smalls that I work on, like the Farm Fresh, when I'm at my parents' house or, waiting for kids to get done with their sports stuff. I usually take a little small with me. So this might become that small. But if anyone's interested, you can download this on Fat Quarter Shop. It's really cute. Nicole Spore, she has a Flosstube, and she's got a huge like card making business kind of thing. And I first found her watching her card videos, and I bought so many stamps and everything because she is amazing. And I hardly ever do them because it's hard to bring that stuff out with the kids, but maybe someday. But anyway, she now has a Flosstube, and she is stitching this, and it's really sweet. So if you want to get a better idea of what it looks like, you can definitely go to her channel and check it out. Now, the new start, I've had this pattern for a little while. but I do want to start it in March because I just think it's the cutest. It's called Tulip Festival by Brenda Gervais. Just love that bunny with those straight ears. Kills me. And her sweet little puffs on her dress and the ribbon around the neck. So I will start that this month. These are the called for threads. Oops. I think I am missing one that's coming, but it's not here yet. Look at this beautiful blue. I'm assuming that's the dress. And I think I'm going to stitch this on, what is this called? Wren. 32 count Wren Lugana. I have like quite a big piece of this. So I think I'm going to stitch that. Oops. I need about 4 more hands here. I think I'm going to stitch it on that. I think it'll be pretty. So I'm definitely starting that this month. Probably won't get it finished, but that's okay. So that one will be my new start for this month. There may be another one. I don't know. We'll see. Keep this together. And the other thing, I'm not starting it this month, but this is definitely on my list to start this year. It's called Blackbird Designs Loose Feathers. There's, it will look like that, spring, summer, and fall, or no, fall, autumn, winter. There's no spring. So this is what it will look like all done. This is the winter. Sorry, that glare. Winter. Autumn. I just love these crows, birds. Love them, love them. And this is the summer one with the strawberries. So cute. These are the threads. Look at these beautiful, rich, deep, deep colors. Ooh, maybe I should stitch that on this color, the Wren. I just held this up thinking, you know, you could see the colors better, but I don't know. That might be kind of nice. I might have to see if I have enough fabric to do both of these patterns. So this is my plan to start this later in the spring and work on it through the summer. These are, I think, these patterns were a little bit tricky when I was originally looking to find them. I did find some on HobbyHouseNeedleworks and on Etsy, but from like different places. I couldn't get all 3 of them at the same place. So they are still available, a little bit harder to find. You just, you know, gotta search a little bit. But I love it so much, it was worth it for me. So, I don't know, what do you think? Think the Wren would look okay? I think so. I think that definitely is gonna be an option. All right, what else? I did get some couple new patterns that I wanted to show you. I'm on a Brenda Gervais kick. I don't know. I found this, Patriotic Poppies, ordered this from FarmhouseNeedleworks, and this is definitely going to be on my list for, you know, May time. I think I love it because these little flowers are 3-dimensional. It looks like maybe they're made out of some kind of felt, I'm guessing. I don't know. I love that. And then, of course, they have a fall one called Boo and Bobby. Boo and Bobby. That's hysterical. Boo and Bobby. And that's the pattern. I love the pumpkin wagon. So those are plans. You know, got more patterns than I'll ever be able to stitch, but that's all right. And then the Spring Fling, the little rabbit one that I showed earlier, they have a winter one all bundled up. Also by Brenda Gervais. And I love this one. There is a Halloween one I've seen where it's a cat and the cat has a couple of bats. So maybe down the road. I wonder if there is a summer one. I don't know. I'd have to, do you know? Is there a summer one of these kinds of patterns? So I did get that. Then I ordered this from Farm Girl Dry Goods. It's Sampler Santa Designs by Letty Eckberg. Let me pull it out. I'm sorry for the crinkling. This plastic is very shiny, and I just don't want the glare to show you this. So the Needles Notion Sampler Santa. I just love this sweater. I can't stand it. It's so adorable. And this is, me in finishing. This is way beyond my capacity right now to even think about doing. I almost didn't buy it because I'm like, I can't, I'm not going to be able to do it. But I said, listen, what I do for a living involves a lot of skill. So if I can do that, this should be nothing, right? So, I'm like, I can do it. So it came, I opened it up, I looked at the directions and the pattern, and I've decided I'm going to send this out and have someone else. Maybe Finishing by Kathy will do it for me. I'll have to message her when I get this done to see. It's so cute. I just love it so much. But these were on the Farm Girl Dry Goods website. I think it was, I don't know, maybe $10 for the pattern. Typical pattern cost. It wasn't crazy, but I thought it was really different, and I just love that little sweater. So I don't know, maybe by the time I actually get to stitching this and finishing, maybe I'll be skilled enough and confident enough to do it. We'll see. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you, and this is the mystery that I need help with. I was on Instagram on my personal account, not my Flosstube account, and this one woman had posted this picture of her children's, I don't know if it was their bedroom or if it was a playroom, but there was this sweet little cross-stitch piece on there, and you could tell that it was vintage, and I was obsessed with it. So I started Googling to see if I could find what this was, this pattern. I was not able to find the pattern, but I was able to find a finished cross-stitch piece that someone had finished, whoever knows how long ago. And it was very inexpensive to buy the whole thing. And so I bought it because I want to put it up in my children's playroom. And it's called, well, I don't know what it's called because I don't have a pattern, but it's this. Ooh, When Life Gives You Lemons, Make Lemonade. So sorry for that ring glare. But is this not the sweetest thing ever? So now, when this came, this is the back of it. They use some kind of cardboard box as a backing. And I said to my husband, I'm like, I have no idea how old this is. And he's like, well, apparently this is, whatever this is, he knew that it was a date stamp for the cardboard box. He said, well, the box was made in 75. And then this little thing up here, print up here. Now this is stitched on some kind of linen. It says copyright Needles and Hoops, Needles and Hoops. So Needles and Hoops. So, I don't know. Has anyone seen this pattern? Oh goodness. Anyone seen this pattern? Anyone have any idea where it came from? I would love to actually stitch this again, but I don't know. This is so beautifully stitched. It's very simple. I could probably even make the pattern just by looking at it, but I don't know. This one, will go upstairs in their playroom, and somebody stitched this, hopefully with love, many years ago, and I don't know. It could have been a child, could have been a grandmother, who knows? But I'm glad that it ended up in my hands, and it will definitely get hung up. Now the frame is real iffy, so I'm probably actually going to put it in a different kind of a frame. And then, but I will keep this little cardboard backing because I just think that's part of the charm of this. And yeah, so I don't know if you have any idea, if you've seen this before, please comment and let me know. I'm curious to find out, was it in a magazine? I don't know. And there were a couple of these, stitched already. I saw some on eBay. This one I got from Poshmark. They sell all different, like anything, clothing, bags, shoes, and this just happened to pop up. It was kind of strange. But look how cute those kids are, trying to get to the lemonade stand. So that's the mystery. Help me solve it. All right. And then last thing we've got to do is giveaways. I have winners from my last video. I have giveaways for this this week. And let me pull up. Oh, I wanted to talk about Market too. Has anyone pre-ordered anything? Actually, is Market going on now? Or is it starting tomorrow? I can't remember. But I did pre-order a couple of things, and I just wanted to get an idea of what everyone else has looked at. If there's something you absolutely have to have. And if so, leave a comment and let me know, and that way I can stalk it a little bit and see if maybe I want to stitch it too. Who knows? I did order Every Opening Flower by Blackbird Designs. I think that's going to be pretty popular. I've heard a lot of people talking about stitching it. It is really pretty. Don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know if it's kind of a companion piece to Winter Rose Manor, which I know is also very popular. So, but check that out. Every Opening Flower by Blackbird Design. And then I ordered Stacy Nash, her spring Pinkeep. You guys, it is, I cannot wait. I can't wait till it comes. If I was skilled and knew how to insert pictures, I would pop a picture up here. But it's a little white chicken coop, and then there's a couple little chickens in the front, and they're like pecking at the ground, and then there's a little border. It's so dang cute. You know, and I don't know why I'm on this chicken kick lately, but it's so sweet. I have to stitch it. And those are the only two things I've ordered. I really had some self-restraint with trying not to order 8 million patterns. But I do want to hear what you are thinking about stitching and ordering so I can go check it out. The other thing I wanted to mention, Nicola Parker has a Flosstube, beautiful stitcher. I just love the way she presents her videos and the way she speaks. It's just, she is adorable. But her last video, she talks about the Hands Across the Sea sampler, no, Hands Across the Sea website, and they have a freebie on there, and it's called Pretty Polly. It's something Polly, but it's the most beautiful bird. And you can go and you can download this free pattern, and it's absolutely adorable. So go check out the Hands Across the Sea website. And then she also talked about, I think 2 videos ago, they are coming out with the Sarah Ringer pattern. Sarah with an H, Ringer, R-I-N-G-E-R. And you can order it, pre-order it through the Needle in a Haystack website. And you can get the linen, you can get the thread, you can get the pattern. It really is stunning. I did pre-order. I don't know when it's shipping. It might not be for another couple of months. But it's a couple of birds and a bird bath and a beautiful border. But it's something that they've reproduced from a, you know, antique pattern. And it really is stunning. So go check those out. And I think that's it that I wanted to talk about. But so let's get to the winners. I was giving away this Croquette A Go-Go springtime pattern. This is one that I UFO'd. Oh, look at that sweet little beehive. That's super cute. And the winner for that is Deborah Quilts, D-E-B-R-A Quilts. So congratulations, you won this pattern. I will leave my email below. Please email me your mailing address. You know, you have to be 18, over 18, so that you can legally send me your address, and I will get this shipped right out to you. So congratulations, Deborah. And then the next pattern, Prairie Schooler, the 4 Seasons. That was this one. And the winner for this pattern is Lori Holmes. So Lori, please email me your mailing address and I will get this out to you. So congratulations, you guys. Now I have 3 giveaways that I'm giving away and 1 project I wanted to talk about UFOing. So here is Owl Forest embroidery. If you remember, I was going to make this for my sister. And I ordered this from Owl Forest embroidery before the Ukraine-Russian war happened. I don't know now if you can. It's a Russian website. I don't know if you can order them or not. But I decided I did not want to stitch this. This was how far I got. Lots of reasons. You know, my sister would like this. She loves the Wizard of Oz. But I don't know if she would take care of it the way that you would want something to be taken care of. So I decided I'm not going to stitch it. She doesn't know that I was going to do it for her, so she doesn't, you know, it's no loss to her. But I want to give away the pattern. I had accidentally, you know, when I ordered this, it was in Russian, so I was kind of guessing. I couldn't get the website to flip to English, so I accidentally ordered 2 of the threads. So I wanted to give that away along with another pattern, and then this little needle minder of the Emerald City. So if you are interested in stitching that, please in the comments below just put well, I guess just put Oz, O-Z, and we'll get that right out. The next pattern I want to give away is Croquet A Go-Go. You know, we just had a winner for the springtime, but I want to give away the summertime one. I ordered all 4 seasons, but it's really only the winter and the fall that I love. So I also want to give this away. So just put summer in the comments below and you could win that. And then the last one I want to give away is the Prairie Schooler Harvest Time. I ended up with 2 copies of this. It's not the nice cardstock, it's, you know, regular paper, but it's a brand new pattern. So just put Harvest in your comments below and I'll draw a winner for my next video. Okay, so yeah, guys, let me know what you think about that fabric for Eliza Bell Cox, and if you have any idea about this lemonade piece. It's so cute. My husband's working on finishing up their playroom, so I can't wait to get that hung up on the wall. It's sweet, and I just love the thought of having something that someone stitched however many years ago sitting in my home. So I hope some of my cross-stitch pieces end up someplace that they're loved down the road when I'm long gone. And that is it. So I hope everyone gets lots of stitching time in, and spring's right around the corner. So hopefully not too much longer for those of us in the cold area that prefer the warmer weather. I like spring, summer, and fall. Fall and winter are my favorite, but I do love the sunshine though in the spring and the summer. It definitely feels good on the face. So anyways, happy stitching, and I will see you guys in a few weeks. Bye.